Hey, 7th grade. This is your math lesson for, get my dates right, April 7th. So lesson 142 is due today, April 7th. Whenever you look at it, it's due on April the 7th. And lessons 143 and 144, the odds, will be due on April the 8th, Wednesday. So let's just look at a few of the answers on lesson 142. Make sure you're doing all right in this. First part, lesson 142, the directions are find the percent of increase or decrease and the ending number. So you need two answers. You need a percent answer, that's the percent of increase or decrease. That's the missing number that you're finding. Your percent is the missing number in the proportion. So you need the percent written down, and don't just have your work and make me find these answers. Have two spots where you have a percent answer and the final answer. So number 1, 30 increased by 15. Your percent of increase is 50%, and then you simply add 15 to 30. The increase is 45. But I need both answers, 50% and the number 45. Put your percents by your percents, please. If you don't, they're considered wrong if I'm grading the work. Make sure when you increase that you're adding. Number 2, 20 decreased by 10. So your one answer is going to be 20 minus 10, which is 10. And your percent of decrease is 50%. Number 3, $14 increased by $3.64. You add 364 increase, add 364 to 14, that's $17.64. Please have your dollar sign decimal. $17.64 is one answer, and that's an increase of 26%. So 26% and $17.64, you need both those answers. Number 4, the two answers would be 26% and $8.88. The answer for number 5 should be 8 4/5. The answer to number 6 is 6. Look at part F, number 23. Which vegetable is the highest source of fat? So you look under fat. Asparagus has 1 gram. The others barely have any, so the answer is asparagus. Number 24, how many more calories? Many more means subtract, are in 1 cup of corn than in 1 cup of green beans. So you look at corn and green beans, you look at calories, and you subtract. Corn and green beans, 135 minus 35 is 100. What nutrient is not found in these vegetables? What nutrient? There is 0 of what in all of these? Cholesterol. All right, just carefully read the graphs. 26, the answer should be 471 471 cubic feet for number 26. And number 27, 565.2 square inches. That was lesson 142. Look at lesson 143. Multiplication of signed numbers. Now, one of the things that they do not do here in lesson 143, in any of the lessons, you have to look carefully at the directions. Number 1 through 18, it says write the products. What is a product? That means you're multiplying. Okay? To multiply sign languages, What am I writing? I have no idea how to write languages. Multiply and sign. Yeah, we're doing sign language. So when you multiply these, then, it's supposed to be that, right? Okay, got that? All right, very good. Have a good day. No idea what I'm doing. I'm still losing my mind. You know, I've been doing that the entire year. So, multiplying sign numbers. So they have, however they have that written out, you're multiplying. If it says product, you're multiplying. They don't have a multiplication sign in it. They will write it either like this. Plus 5 and plus 6. Then you're supposed to multiply them. Or they will write -4 and -2. And you're supposed to multiply. See these, if the signs are the same, you have a plus and a plus, a minus and a minus. If the signs are the same, you multiply. 5 times 6 is 30. And it is positive. 4 times 2 is 8. And that is positive. Listen to me. Okay? If the signs are the same, the answer is positive. If you have two negatives and you're multiplying -4 times -2, you multiply the absolute values, 4 and 2, and you put a positive sign. 5 times 6, positive sign. 2 negatives multiplied, make a positive. Get that in your head. Okay, because you're going to tend to think 2 negatives multiplied equal a negative. They do not. If the sign is the same, the answer is positive. Okay? If the sign is different, it does not matter which one comes first. If the sign is different, -3 times 1. All right? Or 4 times negative plus 4 and -9. If the signs are different, doesn't matter what order they come, doesn't matter. If the signs are different, the answer is negative. -3 times +1 is -3. Plus +4 times -9 is 36, -36. If the signs are different, the answer is negative. Signs are different, you multiply, and the answer is negative. Signs are the same, doesn't matter if they're positive or negative. If the signs are the same, negative makes a positive. Positive makes a positive. They do not have the multiplying sign, so if it says products, you're multiplying. So the odds of 1 through 18, you multiply. On part D, the sums, write the sums. Sums means what? Sums means you add. All right? If you have different signs when you're adding, so sums, well, you got that for the multiplication. I'm going to erase that. All right? Actually, I'm going to let that go. If you're adding, you subtract the absolute value and put the sign, if the signs are different, when you're adding, you subtract the absolute values and put the sign of the highest absolute value with it. Okay? If the signs are both positive, you add and the answer is positive. If the signs are both negative, you add the absolute values and put a negative. So in lesson 143, number 24, you have two negatives. -8 plus -2, that's 10, and it's -10 because both signs are negative. Number 26 would be -11. 28, you have two positives, so that would be +11. 30 would be -11. All right, if you have different signs, like number 23, you have 7, positive 7 and negative 3. You go 7 minus 3 is 4, and you put the positive because your 7 has a positive. Your highest number has the positive. All right, that's 143. The only thing I want to look at on 144, turn to lesson 144. What we need to look at is how to find the distance from one place to another using the scale of miles. So check out the map on page 144. You will see the scale of miles on top of the map is 1 1/4 inch equals 900 miles. So this is going to be part of your proportion. 1 1/4 inch equals 900 miles. Okay, that's your scale. That's what it has on the map. That doesn't change for this map. Then to find the proportion, or to find a distance, suppose, look at the map carefully and find Athens and Budapest. Athens is to the far right of the map, down as far as you can go, and Budapest is almost straight above it a little bit. What you do, it says, measure to the nearest 1/4 inch. So you literally take your ruler and put it from Athens to Budapest, and how many inches is it? And if it's between, if it's between 1 and 2, then what it means is to go to the nearest 1/4 inch, you go to either 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 1 3/4, or an even inch, 1, 2, whatever. So if you put your ruler on the map, so this is going to be map, you will see that from Athens, where we're going, Athens to Budapest. All right? Put your ruler on there, and it is 1 inch. 1 inch. All right? So now we have a proportion. Here's your scale on your map. 1 1/4 inch equals 900 miles. Right? So then your proportion is 1 inch. The distance from Athens to Budapest is 1 inch on your ruler. So that's what you put in the proportion. So then your missing number is right here. So then work this equation. So your equation is 1 1/4. You could, if you wanted to right away, turn this into a improper fraction. 5/4. 5/4, that's this, x equals 1 inch, 1 times 900, which is going to be 900, right? All right? Remember how to get rid of the fraction? 5 divided by 4 times 4. We'll go over here. So the next line of this is 4 times 5/4 equals 4 times 900. Can you still see all that? Hopefully you're seeing all that. Yes, excellent. All right. This gets rid of the 4s. This is supposed to be x here, sorry. Gets rid of the 4, so all you have left is 5x equals 900 times 4 is 3,600. Divide those both by 5. That gets rid of the 5s. 3,600 divided by 5 is 720. X equals 720 miles. The distance from Athens to Budapest is 1 inch in miles using this proportion. So you get your scale on every map that you use. Today's map will be this scale on lesson 144. check out the scale on whatever map you use. So your scale, 1/4 inch equals 900. And then you take the amount of inches from one place to the other, and then you're missing numbers over here. 720 miles would be your answer for that. And I think I will let you go.